Hello everybody, welcome to another Vincent Vision. I am here at the Kennedy Space Center today and I am very happy to say that I will be going to space. I'm just kidding, I made that up. But I am here spending a lovely morning at NASA. I am super excited to take you guys around today, check this place out. It's been a little while since I've been here, but there are some new things that I'm getting to see today. I've been invited by Kennedy Space Center to check this place out, and I'm also excited to take you guys around and show this place off to you because Kennedy Space Center is a blast. I didn't do that on purpose, but that's just how it came out. I'm gonna say that I did. Tons of fun experiences, exhibits, attractions, and of course, this is the place for space travel history. Real rockets, real history here, a lot of cool stuff to see, and I'm gonna do my best to show you as much of that cool stuff as I can today. We have been let into Kennedy Space Center before it opens for guests, which is very cool because I have the entire rocket garden to myself. All of these are real rockets that were used by NASA, and some of them worked and some of them didn't, but it is super impressive. This is like the best place to get photos here, and I might have snapped a couple pictures on my own before this place opens up to guests. We are starting our morning off here at the Gateway Deep Launch Space Complex. This is all about the future of space travel. This is an area I didn't get to see the last time I was here. Very cool in here. We have this whole place to ourselves. There is some SpaceX representation here as well, including this giant rocket behind me. This is the Falcon 9 first stage, and this rocket, I don't know if you remember, had 2018 actually shot a Tesla into space. I think that's the one with like the Moon Man in the driver's seat, if I remember. Something to take note about Kennedy Space Center in general is this is a lot more about the exhibits. This is like a super cool, super interactive, gigantic museum dedicated to space travel. But there are some attractions as well. There's something called Spaceport KSC, which is like a simulator type ride here. You can find a lot of simulators here. Sorry, no crazy space roller coasters just yet, but I'll try to pitch one while I'm here today. Today's event is like a full day thing. I'm not gonna be here for the entirety of the day, but I would like to try to get in as much done as I possibly can and try to show you guys as much cool stuff while I'm here. Let's start over here, place I know best. Oh, okay, Comet, this is Mars. Good, I'm glad I passed elementary science. This is Jupiter. Still got it. Saturn. And Uranus. And Neptune. And this is Pluto, which to me is still a planet. Now this is the Dream Chaser. This is something that is not real. This, what we're looking at right now, is a mock-up, but it's something that's getting worked on. This is for the future of space travel. This is a smaller, more compact shuttle for missions that require it. And you can kind of read all that stuff as you go through here. They have tons of information through each of the exhibits as you spend your day here. Something that my non-scientist, non-engineer brain has a hard time kind of figuring out is this material that they use for the rocket ships can withstand upwards of 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like insane to me. And I'm just like, how does it do that? How does this little honeycomb looking thing do that? But it's science, baby. It's science. And this here is the Artemis, which is the talk of the town around here at Kennedy Space Center. This is going back to the moon. And the Artemis missions will have the first woman and person of color going to the moon, which I think is pretty darn cool. So I've done a little bit of exploring here, and now we are getting ready to head to Spaceport KSC, which is the attraction here in the Deep Space Pavilion. This has been described to me as like a Soarin' type attraction, which is kind of like soaring over the world, but like you're literally soaring over the world because, well, you're in space. So let's go check this out and see what it's like. Something I like that I kind of wish the big theme parks in Orlando would incorporate is a sensory guide. I've noticed all of the entrances to the rides and experiences have something like this. I think this is very cool for people who will want to know how much of your senses are going to be used. So we got to do the Deep Space Red Planet experience. It's like a little mini soaring. You sit in a seat, it kind of moves around. There's a small screen. I thought it was very cool. I think there's like 4 of those in that building, which is pretty impressive. I like the addition of the attractions and experiences here at the Kennedy Space Center. I think people enjoy that kind of stuff as well. They have some amazing exhibits, but they have some really fun rides too. Then we got taken around by John. He's one of the guides here, and he kind of explained to us all the different things in the Gateway building, and that was very cool to see and hear from someone who knows their stuff. Now we are here in the Astronaut Hall of Fame building. I remember this area and this building in particular being super inspiring. I thought all the stuff in here is super cool. It makes me like want to be an astronaut, but I also know it's extremely hard. Maybe I'll just learn about the astronauts, the people who were brave enough to go into space. Gene Cernan, the astronaut, spent 3 days inside this capsule. Imagine being in space for 3 days, and this is all of the room you have. And also like not knowing whether or not you're gonna make it back home, back to planet Earth. It's so wild to me. So after the Astronaut Hall of Fame, we actually headed into the Universe Theater where we had an opportunity to chat with an astronaut. His name was Ken Cameron. He's been on 3 space missions, and this is something that you can actually do here at Kennedy Space Center. They have real deal astronauts to come here and talk about their experience, and I've got to say this is definitely a highlight of the day so far, just to hear it from the horse's mouth, right? To hear an actual real astronaut talk about their experience, what it was like to go to space, and just hear their fun stories and everything they had to say about their time. Mr. Cameron had a lot of really fun stories, talked about how all the astronauts have to design the patches for each of the missions that they do. It's all completely different. He taught us like the significance of the different colors of the suits that they wear. He talked about how they smuggled a flute onto one of his space missions. And then we got to ask him questions and just hearing his real life recollection of these moments of flying back down to Earth and all the atmosphere like covering the view of the spaceship. It's just like so wild to me. I don't think you really grasp how intense an experience like that could be until you get the opportunity to hear it from an astronaut themselves. And that was a very, very cool experience. Would definitely recommend that if you are here visiting the Kennedy Space Center. Right now, we're doing a little lunch break. I unfortunately, in my situation, I'm not going to be able to continue the rest of this wonderful tour that they have put on for us here. On the second half of the day, we were expected to head towards the Saturn V building, which is something you can do here at the Kennedy Space Center. You get on a big old bus and they take you all the way out there and you get to see the big rocket stand under it. And we were going to check out the Atlantis experience as well. 2 things that I really, really enjoyed. I think are super cool. Can't see them today, unfortunately for me, but luckily I have seen them before in my previous Kennedy Space Center video. So check that out if you're looking to see my side of it. Otherwise, there are some other people as well. I think Mammoth Club is here today. You should definitely check out their video because they're going to probably stick around the whole day. But while I'm here, I'm going to try to sneak in 1 or 2 more things before I have to start making my way back over to Orlando, because this place is like super cool. And also, it's not super busy here today, so I'd like to use this opportunity to see some exhibits I didn't get to see the last time I was here. One of those is the astronaut training experience. Definitely one of the most eye-catching buildings here at the Kennedy Space Center. I want to go inside here and see what it's like. Maybe I can train to become an astronaut, or they'll like put me in like some sort of weird contraption. Who knows? Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna go in here or not, but it looks like they have them in like simulators. It's pretty wild. Oh, there's like an actual like simulator back there, like like the Space Mountain simulator, what used to be Disney Quest. So this is a mock-up for a future Mars rover. This is something that could happen. This is a prototype. It's actually 2 different parts. Right over here, this is the 4-seater shuttle, you know, that they drive through here, but then on the back here, it can actually detach, and this would be where the laboratory would be. So if you're on Mars, you get your solar power right over there. This is your lab. This is your rover. Very, very cool stuff. Look at those big old wheels. Perfect for the Mars terrain. Something I wanted to do before I left was go through the Space Center gift shop, because I was very impressed with it last time I was here. And look at these fun little Loungefly bags, themed, exclusive to Kennedy Space Center. It's a little astronaut. This is really well done. I do also like these dry fits with the NASA logo on there, the old school looking NASA logo. Tons of Artemis gear. This is the mission that will get people back on the moon. We will get the first woman and person of color on the moon as well. Whole lot of gear to support that. Very sleek logo as well. Of course, what would any space-themed gift shop be without the classic I need my space shirt? NASA style.
Let me tell you something. NASA ain't not skimping out here on this gifts. This is an Under Armour NASA hat. This is as legit as you can get. You know this is high quality. I kind of want to get this. This is so good. This is like legit Under Armour, high quality. Such a cool logo. Boom. Oh my gosh. They've got all the SpaceX stuff here too. If you are into that, you got some cool, fun SpaceX hats here as well too. A lot of cool hats. It makes me feel like I'm a part of something when I wear a hat like that. And for those who like them, you got your Spirit jerseys here. You got your NASA Spirit jerseys. Very cool stuff. Oh, even this hat's kind of nice. This is, I think, a little more for the ladies in my opinion, but still very cool. That logo is just, can't beat it. If I didn't already have 100 coffee mugs, this little guy would be coming home with me. Oh, this is too cute. Boom. That's it for me right there. I'm getting it. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually getting it. It's $235 here at the Kennedy Space Center. But how awesome is this? Even these like Champions jackets, man, they are not skimping out here. I'm sorry I keep saying it, but they're just so cool. I'm gonna have a little bit of a hard time finding a reason to wear these jackets in Florida though. I also think that sometimes if I wear this stuff with the NASA emblems on it, it makes me appear smarter than I actually am. And I'm a clever guy, I'd say. I'm a pretty clever guy. I got a good head on my shoulders, but I'm not like NASA smart, okay? That NASA gift shop, I'm just gonna say on the record, is probably like the best gift shop I've ever seen in any sort of entertainment place, any sort of amusement place like this. There's a lot of good stuff there and a lot of things that I would have bought if I had infinite money. I just decided though to keep it simple. I got myself a navy blue NASA sweater classic. You know, can't go wrong with that. This place is so much fun. It is so awesome. Such a great time with the short amount of time that I've had here. And there are things that I haven't gotten to see, so I have to come back and experience them. And I hope I do. But unfortunately, it is about time for me to start packing up and heading home. So I'm gonna say goodbye to Kennedy Space Center, goodbye to NASA for now. And I'm gonna jump on my rocket ship to head back to Orlando. Oh my gosh, we're really doing this. We're really I just had lunch. But anyway, I am gonna get on out of here. I've got my rocket ship ready to go. I'm gonna fly this thing back to Orlando. But thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision. I hope you had fun having fun with me. Thank you, Kennedy Space Center, for hosting me. It was lovely. I had such a fun time in the short time that I was here. Cannot wait to come back. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. But I've got a... That's my spaceship sounds. I'm getting ready to head on out of here, putting my hat on backwards because I'm launching into space. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. That was crazy.